Welcome back, folks, to Pigs TV. I'm your host, Pigs, as usual. So we're on a map called Triad, and let's meet the commanders, well, before they get too far ahead. I would say it's my Chanel. Probably pronounced that wrong and butchered it. Oh, we've got a Legion. And then we've got Akiri as a Armada. Let's move up to the top. We've got Vids as a Cortex. And we've got Bubble Sky as another Legion. So two Legions and one Cortex and one Armada. So that'd be quite interesting. I've just scrolled it out. So what can we actually see on this? If you've never really seen Bar before. I reckon, as far as I can just tell, I've not seen this map before and I've not played this map before. I think that's the only way that I can see you can actually get down. Nobody really has an advantage either. So, yes. That's the only way so far. So we'll see what they're doing. We got, like I said, I don't really know the Legion models or the... so it's very difficult to me to know. They would be, I would assume they would be equivalent to a pawn or a grunt if it was a Cortex. So that's what I'll stick to. I wouldn't have thought they would be equivalent to a tick anyway. So he's moved himself down with his constructor. I can sort of guess what that is. And nobody else is really moving down. He's got a Lazarus to eat up any of the metal or energy or anything like that, just to feed into him his for his his construction, basically. That's what he's using it for. So he's running out with some ticks. It's going to be very difficult because I can see at the top they were both doing it. So and he's going to probe around. Probably not get much stuff, but he'll find out what's actually happening. He should be able to take out the grave robber anyway, which is obviously not his anyway, which is unusual. So what we've got at the top, so we've got some grunts going around to the constructor. They should be able to take that constructor out fairly easily. That's if they see them. Apparently they don't, so they don't have to walk all the way around. So that's a little bonus, I suppose. Although they were looking to see if... well, now he's found that will go. That won't last too much longer. So, bit of probing back and forth. Probably be taken out by the commander anyway. Yeah. And I thought that was a hound then. I thought, bloody hell, he's got T2 out fast. But no, it's not. It looks like a hound though, doesn't it? But apart from it's got a weird... it's obviously tier 1... what is it anyway? Like I said, I don't really know these uses at all. It's a century. Century? I was kind of call it a century, but I don't think that's how we pronounce it. My apologies if I'm pronouncing these wrong. So the Grib Robbers, well, he's stealing all his stuff, really. So whether the commander's having that or he's going to... well, he's definitely putting some light lasers and the radar. A couple of light lasers. So that'll keep certain things at bay. Not really a lot happening. They are a high tier class of players, so they definitely know the game. Legion always seems to be... some people I think love it, and some people don't. I've never played Legion yet. To be honest with you, I think it's difficult enough half the time on the other two. Never mind that, and you have to play. And obviously, being a caster, I don't get as much time to be. In fact, I haven't played for a long time, and that's disappointing because I absolutely love this game. That was one of the reasons why I actually designed and got the PC built in the first place. But anyway, we digress. Again, there's no probing going on like there was earlier on, so I would have thought they would have pushed a bit more with that. Maybe sent some more. I mean, he could have sent some more ticks out. Maybe. Oh, no. We are getting. They are getting a little bolder. So the goblin, which is like I said, I'm sure that's the equivalent to maybe the pawn or the grunt. I may be wrong. Don't know what that is. That done firing? So they can actually see it. Obviously, they can definitely see the goblin. Well, he can anyway, because obviously he's up high. So no, that was it. So they said, I don't pronounce that thing. Century. I'm sorry, but yeah. Not an easy name to pronounce, but there we go. No, he's decided to go back to it. No, I'm not going to do that. Possibly a good idea, to be honest. I think the grunts. Well, there's 3 of them now, but it was a 2v2, so usually more beats less, but that doesn't always. It doesn't always work out like that. They certainly take out the light turret quite well. I can just rebuild that again. It's not a major problem. It's definitely going to want the extractors though, that's for certain. So he's definitely pushing in the centre. She's quite bold at 6 minutes, especially when he hadn't really got a lot to protect himself. What is he going for? He's still going for T1. So we've got a more of a fight now with a goblin. Oh, it's a lobber now. And up here. So the lobbers are doing that as well. So what would they be equivalent? I'm trying to think what they'd be equivalent to. Most of the time, it's always equivalent units, but some different, you know. They're certainly going to take out this. That was a nice play. Push the commander back. That was an easy prayer, was that? Nice play from Humble. There's got, I mean, really, you've got, obviously, because you've got the 4 players, you want your quarter anyway, and most of them sort of have. I would have said Vid's was a bit less than everybody else's. Am I Chanel? Is more than likely slightly ahead, I would have said, in space, but not really that much. Space obviously doesn't make too much of a difference compared to what you have. So we've got a mace. He's still obviously is he going for T? No, he's still not going for T2. He needs some more extractors. Only 1 constructor though. I'm quite surprised there. I thought by now he would have actually gone for the second one. That's not enough. More beats less, I'm afraid. No, you could have carried on there, my friend. You would have been perfectly fine. You would have taken that lot out. There's no 2v1 yet, so not too bad. At least these 2 are having a go, and the top are sort of having a go. I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm always asked to sometimes be a bit more looking around. It's a lot easier when there's only less players to go to. So the thugs are now going to... Really? You've got 25 of them and you're not going to go forward? I know they're... I would say they're the light artillery, probably the equivalent. But that's an unusual thing. So now he's stole the stop in number. He stole the top. Yeah. See if you can change that with a tongue twister. You know, he's got the top here, so that shouldn't be too bad. Well, he's not really doing anything with it at this precise moment. So are we green? Is he going to stay? Is he going to push? Is he going to push that? I mean, that is a lot of lobbers, even if they are. It looks to me like a light version of the Hound. or let's say the medium-sized vehicles. You know, the I think it's the Scout. I think they call them the medium tank. So now we've got a baluster. Sometimes I love how they name these things. I don't tell you what, sometimes we'll name them the hardest name we can find. Although for some people they're a little easy, but for me sometimes I struggle with the names. But anyway. So I'd say the two most powerful teams are actually now starting to fight each other instead of him going to red. I thought he would have actually, you know, let the blue go for that and gone for the red, but apparently not. So what's he got over here then? Nothing. He's just left them as they are. There's no more probing black blue. He said, right, I'll do a bit of turtle in first, or I'll actually get my army up first. The Geo is coming up, so that'll be up within a certain amount of time. That'll give him a nice bit of energy boost. The only problem with this constructor, after he's built that, it's dead in the water. So it may have been better to send more of these over and put the constructor here, the construction turret here, than, you know, put it there. Because it's not going to do anything in it. I mean, obviously it will reach that. But strange place for him. Oh, let's they're having a little ding dong again. Green is the most aggressive out of the lot of them, I must admit. I'd like to know what these are. I wonder if these are larger missiles or something. They are something. Yes, they are. So they're equivalent to the missile truck then. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Bit slow, but you know, they do the job in the hand. Oh, well, this is a nice commander. He fixes his own units. I mean, that's nice. It's always nice to see. His units mean something. This construction's not really doing much. It would have been nice to carry on doing something. Maybe the warm wind or whatever. You know, a bit more. I suppose the defense isn't too bad. Ding dong battle still. Now, is he gone for the T2 yet? He has. That looks like an advance. Yes, it is advance. And it's almost there. So now what's he going for? Second construction. So obviously he's going to update his extractor first. Which is always a good idea, because then you get more power. Unlimited power. Well, that's what you want. They need to move back. Kite them back. Oh, they are quite powerful. They've got a good range on them as well, really, haven't they? Well, not. I would say no more than a hound. Yeah, they're not massively great, but they do some damage. Not much going on down here. Bit of turtling, I think. Not too sure why he's revived that, but he's not too sure why he's got a constructor down here. I don't know. Unless he's got some idea, but it doesn't really seem sense to me. Because remember, when you've got one of these, and it's not... If you've got a couple of extractors, yeah, that's fine. But if you've only got one, these cost 200 to run. So, unless you're doing really some decent stuff with it, it's absolute pointless waste of time. And that's so close, it'll get taken out within no time anyway. So, are we going for T2 yet? Looks like we are. That's not bad. So, most are on T2. Our red's on T2, vid's on T2, and I assume this gentleman here is definitely going to be the same. Although I don't really know. He's gone for air. So as we knew last time, this mosquito thing was pretty powerful when you got a good view of them. I was really surprised. But at least this time it's more bots and things, so it's nice to see other things. They're quite cool, man. Oh, that's I've seen this thing before where it moves around its little hoverhead things. But they are an interesting thing, is Legion. They've got some lovely units. I mean, that's just beautifully done. Anyway, I digress. Well, because there's not a lot of fighting going on. Come on, you guys. I was talking you up from the last play, and at least they haven't done what the red did this last time. That was, and I've never seen that before. I didn't get the point of it, but we're gonna have a ding dong. Oh, we are having a ding dong. Centurion's having a go at the baluster. And I will know all these units eventually. The lobber. Well, the lobber's trying to have a go at the Centurion. Best sort of T1 of them all. Strongest T1 anyway. They should be at the front, and then you put the Rocketeers behind, and then they kite the Rocketeers. So he could actually still do some damage with this. If he gets forward, kite it back and forth, it will take a lot of things out. Are we doing? So they're having Green's having to go at yellow again. It seems to be quite an aggressive player, this Green. Although I would have thought with him and what he had before, he would have actually gone and actually, you know, done a bit more to the. Because red hasn't got a lot. That's all he's got, really, which isn't a lot to talk about. He's got the least amount of units from them all, really. Yeah, he's setting some defense up, but I would have preferred actually to be on the more aggressive and start probing back and forth. Because he hasn't really got. I mean, I suppose he's got. He hasn't really got what the Armada's got, but he could have. He's eaten his T1 up, so he's not going to get any more grave robbers or anything like that then. That's the only trouble with the eating now. But I can understand, like, because you eat it up to help to build, you know, pay for the T2. But he's only actually on 30-odd% of that. So it's not. Here we go. Oh, so these are Bleacher. Like a bomb, a flamethrower bomber. That's quite impressive, isn't it? Oh. So he's, instead of putting the geothermal, which most people do to get more energy, he's put Cerberus on the, which is hugely powerful. I mean, you can see the red. Look at the red here, how far that can actually fire. It's immensely powerful. But obviously, if you can get a lot of units up to it, then it's. The faster you can get up there, the closest you can get to it, the less powerful it is. And it'll just melt if it can get. But if further away, it can be devastating to any T1. It's not some. I find it's not something people tend to build a lot because it is quite an expensive thing to build. It's strange that it's allowed to fire through the laser though, which you would have thought it wouldn't be, because it's directly. I know it's firing between, but that's a lot of its firing range, dumbed down, to be honest, to me. So what's he going to do? He's going to say, right then, I'll go around the back. That's the way to do it. So we're going to come down here, or we're going to go round, really round the back. Who knows? Our friend Mr. Blue is doing some weird stuff. I still don't get this. I just don't get why you would... Again, you're using your energy up. It just doesn't make sense, but, you know, each to their own. The Cerberus is well fighting, but the trouble is that'll be it'll be no good. Now, he should know that they're moving around the back. Now, he should know this, because why would that Cerberus be firing round? So, he should be coming up here, really. Is he going to come? Yeah. Could have come water, but up there. Blue's lost all that. I think this could be the end of the road for Bids here. He's just got the Sheldon out. Now the Sheldon will do well, but the trouble is there's not that many of them, and they're already up there, so they'll get melted. This is it. This could be the end of the road, actually. Unless he can de-gun them. Unless he needs to hide himself. But that's his T2 out the way. He spent all that time building that. Unfortunately, my friend, you left the door open. Yep, that's one, that's two. And now they're all going back now. There we go. I'm not so sure whether Cerberus will fire. I don't think it's got enough energy. So, he's going back to a T1. I suppose if he could rebuild this, it might work out quite well. Beans against the Strider. I don't know whether they're equal to each other, but they are very close. I was trying to think. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a very good shot. He might be able to come back quite fast, actually, if he can resurrect some of this. It might be a good way of doing it. But he's certainly on the back foot. And a few nice bombers and things like that would have solved this. But that Cerberus is not to be messed with. He said, "Right then, I'll eat up." Yeah, I suppose that's a fair enough. It's a fair enough comment in a way. Eating up, fair enough play, I should say, of eating up that. Now that gives it range. Now she'll do some damage. It's an enormous range on them. They easily outrange the Gauntlet and the Rattlesnake and things like that. Blue is just, well, he's doing a bit of turtling as far as I'm concerned. He's got an anti-nuke system. Fair enough. You are right. By this time, you do need one, but I would have said if you had built a lot of units, it wouldn't have made any difference. But so we got the Recluse, the Spider, which is quite nice. They do walk over everything, which is, you know, they'll walk over the mountain and that. So you don't roads. What roads? Don't need to worry about roads. Yeah, your days are numbered, my friend. You building that. I don't see the point of this. It'd be nice to get a few bits of air out, because we know now he's got air, but he might not know he's got air, if you get what I mean. So, play view. Yeah, he doesn't know. He's not seen this airflow here, so that's why. But if that gets into his range, he knows there's air coming around. But it is taking a lot of that stuff out. No more fighting still down here, though. I mean, to me, this was definitely Green's to lose, and Green's now doing well, not that much really. Now Yellow's started to. Yellow said, "Right then, if you're not going to do something, I am." Now let's see how this goes for the other side. See how much of this infrastructure he can take out. He could be leaving Green like what Red was, which would be quite ironic, wouldn't it? is that? Oh. That's, oh, that's the yeah, so that's the T2. So that would be the, and I can, well, that was a good idea. I think, I think he blew up that and then blew everything else up while I was on it. I think that Cerberus is done firing somewhere. So he didn't technically do much to it, but he did obviously take out the advanced metal extractor and the geothermal. So that will cost him some. He's definitely. I mean, if we look at the, so our blue, in a sense, has the most metal out of a lot of them. Which I'm not surprised because he's just walking around. But what I'm surprised is I would have thought that he would have actually done a bit more with that. So he said, right then, Arquebus. I can see what its equivalent of on the Armada, but I'm trying to think of it. It looks the same, so if you probably know what I mean. Looks very similar. It'll come to me eventually. In fact, if I'm lucky, it might have built it, or it might be close. No, because he hasn't got. He's got bots and not vehicles. If I'd have had a vehicle lab, then I would have been able to spot it. Oh hell, I know what it is as well. It's going to bug me now. Oh, that was lovely. So that's it. That's great now. You see what I mean by it doesn't take much to get rid of. He really should have finished off red. Then he could have had all this to himself at the top, but he didn't. So now he's obviously given that to yellow. He's obviously got a radar and a jammer with him. A bit too far ahead, like, but I don't think he has to worry too much. And there were 3. I still think they've been a bit passive. They were a bit passive earlier on in the game, and now they still are. You know, our blue's got a huge amount of metal that he's not. He's full of metal and he's full of energy and not really doing anything with it. It would have been nice knowing full well that you've just lost one. He's either going to come to you or he's going to go through it. You know, he should be now pushing. Because if he's not pushing, this lovely bit of military is going to come over and wipe him out. I don't think he's worried about red, to be honest. He's more worried about the blue, which would make sense. Because, well, I suppose he doesn't really know that red got wiped out by the guy that he just got rid of. So, Planix. Planix? Is that how I pronounce it? Oh, these names on these legions. Yeah. Challenging would be the word. I was going to use another word, but it might not be appropriate. So I just just changed it. He's running out of energy though, so whether these fire without the energy is another question. I very much doubt it. So what's he now? You might as well turn that off, my friend. Just no. Turn it off. Turn this stuff off you don't need and then use that for the stuff that you do. Because obviously if these needs energy, they're alright now. I think he's definitely allowing both of them are definitely allowing the red to get back into this. I mean, look at how much the reds has now rebuilt. He's now rebuilt his T2 again. He's now going into air, which is a bomber's bottom. So that could do some nice bit of damage. Cerberus is now still. Whether he's got enough here now is questionable. Although he has got the jammer now. Although the jammer's right in the way of the firing. Well, that's the way to take them out. Oh, that's lovely. What a lovely... That's a lovely bombing run. Is that dragon? Oh, there's this... I wonder if that's the same as the dragon then. Not the dragon, the demon. My apologies. Which, if I remember rightly, is a Cortex unit. Or sorry, a Cortex Mad, isn't it? Or one of these, that's for certain. So, there's a bit of it that I'm just keeping an eye on this here. So that's almost done. So how's the bombing run going to be done? Is he going to get anywhere? Is he going to get him out on the... No. Oh, he's took out that though. Load of extractors, I think. So not complete waste of time, but not the best. But something's better than nothing. And as he's been out of the game quite a lot. No, not a single one. Is the Hercules? I know it's light transport, isn't it? So it's only on a T1. I mean, you could produce a load of shurikens, and they would do some stuff. Sorry about that pause in the mic in that. And start. I had to go sneeze. I don't think you need to hear that. Sometimes I catch it and sometimes I don't. So, what are we... well, some more probing going on. The recluses are... no. They're not going to do anything. They're going to get obliterated. It's still yellows to lose, I think. What is he actually doing? Alright, so he's decided to do a bit of flak. They're not getting what they need to get. You're either going to have to move out or you're going to be destroyed when they get around there. They're going to see you in a minute and target you. Nice unit though. Although you have got the jammer, but they've just got too close. Yeah, best move. Yeah, so the rattlesnake, I mean, there's the rattlesnakes. It's not that big compared to... We look at that compared to this Cerberus. So we'll just quickly run up the top. See what's happening. He's taken a lot, so hopefully Red has learned this time. Well, he's learned a bit more. But maybe not a lot. I think this is definitely the yellows to lose, though. For sure. Yeah, quite cool, though, aren't they? I don't know, it's like a... They are definitely a rail gun, but not a rail gun that in the traditional sense that I would, you know, like a Gatling gun. So these lot getting absolutely mortaled by this. Yeah, they are. He's just sent them round, but oh, they can walk up the side. That's fortunate. Yes, it, mate. De-gun them. Oh, beautifully done. Well, that's all them gone. Almost. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, that's it. If he loses his... Yeah, he's lost it. That's it. That's the end of the game for him. Oh, he just couldn't get there. So, after all that... Isn't that amazing? After all that... The one that you would have thought that would have actually gone first completely, well, after obviously the initial one up here, I should say. Well, first anyway, because obviously it was the green that went, and the green was probing against the Vids himself, so it didn't happen. He ended up being playing against the yellow. Playing against Machinel. Chanel? It's not Channel. I know for that for a fact. I'm sure you're shouting at the screen. No, pigs, it's pronounced like this, you donkey. So the Sheldon are doing well. You could have had some, he could have got some Shuriken out as well, and they would have disabled them, and he could have just taken them out at will. See, that bit would be a nice play to have with the Sheldon. He hasn't got... Oh, here it comes. That's what I was saying. He hasn't got any radar, and he hasn't got any jammers. Is more going to beat less stuff? Possibly not. But he's absolutely terrassing this down. It's very difficult to know where to look, so that's why I'm moving out, so you can see a bit more of the play here. Yeah, that Sheldon ball needs to be protected. That's your lifeline. Now, what could you do? You could, like I said, you could produce some. Shuriken for the Sheldon and aim at these, and then rush them with your Sheldon ball. Unless he can take out now, he's got the jammer out. Now he should be able to fire at them and see them. He's going to have to back off because the Sheldon will absolutely wipe these out for breakfast. Oh! There we go. I just got over there. My apologies. I was obviously concentrating on the front because I thought all that was all gone. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That was an interesting play. It was a bit stoppy-starty in the first, but they did got there in the end. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next part. Bye for now.